Dear students, this is 11th Zoology video class, Chapter 2, Kingdom Animalia. Chapter 2, Kingdom Animalia, Part 6. Part 6. Last video class, we have seen phylum Platyhelminthes, that is a flatworms. Then we also seen phylum Acylminthes, that is roundworm. The next topic we are going to see is phylum Annelida. Phylum Annelida we are going to see. The next topic we are going to see is the one phylum Annelida. This phylum Annelida is also called segmented worms. Phylum Annelida is called as a segmented worms. Why? Because the reason is the body will be arranged as a partition or segmented. That is why it is called as a segmented worms. It is a Latin word. Annulus means a ring, and it's a Greek word. Idios means form. Annelids were the first segmented animals to evolve. So annelids is the one first segmented in the animals. They appear. They are aquatic or terrestrial. You know what I mean by aquatic or terrestrial? They may live in water. That is because aquatic. A terrestrial means animal which live on land. We call as a terrestrial. It is free living, but some are parasitic. So if they used to move here and there, but some of these species, some of the animal, they are parasitic, means they stick on other organism. That is, they call as a parasitic. They are triploblastic animals. You know what I mean by triploblastic animals. Already we have seen the animal which have three layers: ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. That is why it is called as a triploblastic animals, and it is a bilaterally symmetrical. It is a bilaterally symmetrical, and here these are the examples of acylmenthals we already seen. The next I will show you the examples of annelids. So here you can find. Can you find? So you know what it is. Yes, this is the earthworm. This is the earthworm. You might have been seen the soil nearby your house. If you just observe this earthworm, you can find segmented body. Can you see a lined one? These are called as a segmented body. And here this is we call as a Nereis one. Here this is also called as a segmented one. And next one is the one, this is we call as a leech one. You know, you might have been seen all this three examples of annelids. And next is the one zygocoelomates. Zygocoelomates animal, and they exhibit organ system level of body organizations. So they appear as an organ system level of body organizations. The coelom with the coelomic fluid creates a hydrostatic skeleton. So here they create hydrostatic skeleton. Hydro means water. The water pressure that occurs in the skeleton and aids in locomotion. So with the help of this one, they go for locomotions. With the help of coelomic fluid, they create hydrostatic skeleton. With the help of this skeleton, they go for the locomotions. You know what I mean by locomotions? Moving from one place to another place, that is we call as a locomotions. Their elongated body is metamerically segmented. Metamerically segmented means as they grow, the segment also develop. That is because metamerically segmented, and the body surface is divided into segment or metamerous. Internally, the segments are divided from one another by partition called a septa. Septa, that's a one layer. That's a thin line layer which undergo for the partitions of the two segment. That is we call as a septa. Septa is the one lined like structures, dividing like structures or partition like structures. That line only we call as a septa. So this phenomenon is known as metamerisms. This phenomenon is known as metamerisms. The longitudinal and circular muscles in the body wall help in locomotions. So longitudinal circular muscles will be there. Longitudinal also some muscles will be there, as well as circular muscles also will be there. These both are used for locomotion, for moving one. Aquatic annelids like nereis have lateral appendages called as parapodia. What is lateral appendages? Lateral means you know what does it mean? It's a side here. You can find the bottom, the both lateral side, both end of this body side. They have small parts. That's a hands and legs we say. That is because of parapodia. That is we call as a parapodia. You can underline that word. They'll ask you what is parapodia. Okay, it's a parts, hands and legs we call as a parapodia in the insects, in these worms, which helps in swimming. Which one? In the aquatic organism only we say. The aquatic annelids only, they have parapodia. That's a parapodia means act as a hands and legs parts, which helps in swimming. The chitinous setae in earthworms. The chitinous setae, the earthworms. In earthworm, they helps. The setae helps for the locomotion. Setae means the thin membrane which are covered around the earthworm. And suckers in leech helps locomotions. Here, the nereis, which one is the locomotory organs? Is a parapodia in the water. Okay, and chitinous setae in earthworm. Setae, which one is the locomotory organs of earthworm? In setae. And leech, sucker is the one locomotory organs. So underline these are things important. One word will ask you. Circulatory system is of closed type, and the respiratory pigments are hemoglobin and chlorochlorine. Chlorochlorine. Underline. So you know your hemoglobin, and it's a type of pigment. It's a giving color. That is why it is also hemoglobin. Chlorochlorine. Underline. The nervous system consists of paired ganglion. Paired ganglion. What does it mean? Ganglion. Ganglion act as a brain in these worms. Okay, ganglion connected by lateral nerves to the double ventral nerve cord. They reproduce sexually. The development is direct, some of the organisms indirect, and includes trochophore larva. Underline important one word. They'll ask you one word also. Trochophore larva. Some are monoecious earthworms. Okay, so male and female will be separated. One that is because a monoecious single one. In the single itself, they'll have male and female that organs. So while some are dioecious, nereis and leech, so dioecious. And examples: Lambito, Maruti, that's a earthworm; Nereis, that's a sandworms; Hirudinaria. Repeat after me: Hirudinaria. That's a scientific name of leech. These are the informations about the annelids. The next topic we are going to see is the one here. Small information bits they given here. Filariasis has been major public health problem in India. And next in India, next only to the malaria. So earlier it was filariasis, the one major problems. The elephantiasis we call as a filariasis. That legs seems to be like elephant leg. That is because of filariasis. And next to that one only malaria. So filariasis is a major problem. After the only the malaria been spread in the India more and more. The disease was recorded in India as early as 6th century BC. One day they'll ask you by the famous Indian physician. Physician means that's a type of, is also called as a doctor. Surastha. Okay, Surastha in his book, that's a Sashruta Samhita. Sashruta Samhita in 7th century AD. Sashruta Samhita in 7th century AD, when Madhavakara described Madhav, Madhavakara described a sign and symptoms of the disease in his treatise, the Madhava Nidana, Madhava Nidana, which holds good even today. In 1709, Clark identified elephantine legs in the cocaine microfilarial in peripheral blood was first identified by Lewis in 1872, Calcutta. So earlier, these are the scientists they identified the filariasis disease. Okay, and just you can go through. The next topic is the one phylum Arthropoda. Phylum Arthropoda. So it's a Greek word. Arthros means jointed. Podas means feet. This is the largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia. One word they'll ask you, which one is the largest phylum? Kingdom is the largest phylum and includes the largest class called as an insecta. And include largest class called as an insecta. The total species ranges from 2 to 10 million. They are bilaterally symmetrical, segmented, tripoblastic, and zygosylamates animals with organ system grade of body organizations. They have jointed appendages. Jointed means, the legs, the segment will be jointed one. That is because of jointed appendages, which are used for locomotions, the feeding and or sensory in functions. Body is covered by the chitinous exoskeleton for the protections and to prevent water loss. It is shed off periodically by a process called as a molting or ecdysis. Important two marks, just mark it out. What is molting? What is ecdysis? The body consists of head, thorax, and abdomen with a body cavity called as a hemocoel. Okay, and respiratory organs are gills, book gills, underlying book gills, they'll ask you. Book lungs and tracheae. The circulatory system is open type. Sensory organs like antennae, eyes, that's a compound eyes will be there, simple eyes will be there. Statocytes, organs of balance or equilibrium are present. Excretion takes place through the Malpighian tubules, underline just this one. In arthropoda, the excretions takes place through the Malpighian tubules and green glands and coxal glands. Just underline important. So they are mostly dioecious and oviparous. Fertilization is usually internal. Development may be direct or indirect. The life history includes many larval stage followed by the metamorphosis. And examples, Limulus, that's a king crab, living fossils. Palameneus, that's a scorpion. Eupacaras, hermit crab. Apis, that's a honeybee. Musca, that's a housefly. Vectors, that is we call as Anopheles. Culex, that's Aedes, mosquitoes. Then economically important insects, apis as honeybee. Then bombyx, the silkworm. Lacifer, it's a lac insects. Gregarious pests, that's a locust. So these are the informations about the phylum Arthropoda. The next one is the one. Next topic. Yeah, these are the examples of Arthropoda. Prawn. Yeah, you can find the jointed legs here. And hermit crab and locust and limulus, spider, scorpion. If you find these legs, it will be jointed one. You can find here. Can you see a jointed legs? That is what is called as a arthropoda. Arthropoda. Today we are seeing phylum Arthropoda. Third here. Then afterwards we are seeing annelids, annelida. So these are the topics we are completed. Yeah, this is we call as a say annelida, segmented worms, annelida, segmented worms. Just go through this topic. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, bye. Take care.